Getting annoyed yet?
Let me ask you a question. Every time someone dies in the grip of a powerful rage, a curse is born. The curse gathers in a place of death. Those who encounter it will be consumed by its fury. So, would you still live in this world?
I mean, just imagine how much insanity one's mind has to go through when just walking past an alleyway and 20 more people die for just walking past an alleyway where a drug dealer killed a hooker. And then next thing you know, that person that walks by the alleyway infects another person. Why? Because that person's cursed. And it just infected another person. It's the old game of don't catch the curse. Except, you die. If you catch it. It's not just a curse, but more of a virus.
I mean, just imagine if this existed. That means we can't go near any place where people were murdered out of rage or sorrow. I mean, like, one day you turn on Fox News and you see some, like, local pimp killed hooker in the subway, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I was there today. And then you turn around and you see a spooky, scary skeleton beat you to death with a sandal. I mean, that's a world no one wants to live in. And every kill is related to the murder they went through.
Let me give you an example about this curse. If someone is killed, right, in rage or sorrow, the person that got killed, let's say with a dildo, for instance, there will be a ghost, a vengeful spirit. If you walk past or go in the area where that person was killed, the victim will be stabbing you with a dildo. And the victim is a ghost. So you don't want to have just a ghost with a dildo trying to kill you. That's what this curse is.
Just imagine you're on a bridge, and then you see a ghost try to push you off a bridge because the same guy committed suicide by jumping off a bridge. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I mean, would you still live in this world then? Vengeful spirits are a bitch. Takashi Shimizu, sorry if I butchered your name, the man who created the Ju-on series, which means grudge in Japanese. According to Ju-on, when a person dies with a deep and powerful rage, a curse is born. The curse gathers in a place where the person has died or where they're frequently at, and repeats itself there.
It's like going to Africa and getting Ebola, except this Ebola can literally snap your neck, break every single bone in your body, literally tear your asshole a new one, stick your head in there, do a little boating, rips your jaw off, and send you into a vegetable-like coma state. Yep. This is that kind of Ebola.
The spirits of the deceased haunt the location, potentially killing anyone who encounters the curse by any means, such as entering a cursed house or being in contact with anybody who was already cursed. The curse's manifestation is mainly death, where the victim bodies may or may not disappear. The following deaths may create more curses and spread them to other locations. That means one curse is born, plenty more will, be created.
As a kid, when I watched The Grudge, I thought, oh man, this is gonna be a great Batman film. Why? Because it was in the Adam West Batman case. So a genius as I am, not thinking, hey, you know what, I should look if this actually is the DVD or not. So I plugged that in, and I watched Batman. Turns out it wasn't Batman. I got scarred when I was like 8 or something, and then Batman didn't save me, which was very unfortunate because I've been having strange nightmares when I was younger. It didn't end well, tell you that.
And well, that movie became my very first childhood fear, and all you guys know this, but when you're at a young age and when you see something scary, it kind of stays with you for a long, long time.
For years, I saw shadows as a strange Asian, white, ghost-like Asian bitch that makes a cum gurgling sound, and I think it's that. But it's not. I got over it though. But I got over it years later, and then I decided, hey, you know what? You know what's a great idea? I should watch the entire series. That was perfect idea. Thanks, Connor.
After watching those movies, I felt scared and fascinated on how, with a little makeup and some dumb cum gurgling sound, can make you realize this is not just a weird gurgling sound, it's a cult classic movie. So in honor of the Ju-on series, a brand new video game was born called Ju-on the Grudge Haunted House Simulator. And hey, look at that. It's directed by the same guy who directed the Ju-on series.
So it must be good, right? Well, I'm half right.
The game came out in 2009 on the Wii. The game works at its best on the emulator on a PC, but we're not going to talk about the PC. The game controls with only just a remote by using it as a flashlight with terrible battery supply. I mean, each battery you have is, for your flashlight, is a total of like 2 minutes or less. That's how crap they are. So in the beginning of the game, it asks for your gender and your zodiac sign. It doesn't affect the gameplay whatsoever, so you can just do whatever you want. So the game starts out by finding your lost dog in an abandoned factory. I mean, what could go wrong? You know, just walking in an abandoned place that is 100% filled with rust and AIDS? I mean, that's for damn sure. I mean, walking in there, there's no danger. Nah, did you bring anything to defend yourself? Nah, how about a holy Bible to keep those pesky demons out of your head? Nah, did you bring a condom to protect yourself from AIDS? Nah, it's just a harmless haunted factory. What could go wrong?
Everything could go wrong! Especially that!
Okay, first thing you notice is that the controls, they suck. They suck more than a newborn baby sucking their mama's tits. They suck more than a browser's blowjob scene. They suck more than a gym teacher's sweaty ball sack.
The walk button is B. B!
I have never seen a video game walk cycle be the shooting button. That's why the PC emulator works, because the controls suck more than Kim Kardashian's sex tape.
Just imagine the run button. You think the run button's the analog stick? Well, the run button's the shoot button. And the shoot button is the B button. Do you understand? It doesn't make any sense. The Y button's the look around, not the analog stick. It's not that. The run button is the LT button to run around, because that makes sense. You want to shoot some guys? Don't do that. You'll go forward. You want to go backwards? Don't press this button. No, you gotta press the A button to go backwards. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like fighting for your life with these controls. It just doesn't make any sense. But after a long time of thinking what could you have been doing with your life after trying to figure out the controls, you got used to the controls. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there is no run button. This is how fast you go. Really. Really? This is how fast your bitch ass can walk? You're not even walking, you're like tiptoeing. Slow and steady wins the race, more like slow and steady, you're gonna be dead. The thing you would notice is the battery, remember? I said it's short? Well, you don't want to have dead batteries now, do you? When playing this game, you have to find a way out, find some batteries, battle the shit controls, and not get killed by some spooky, scary southerners at the same time.
Especially that stupid cat kid. It keeps popping his head up every 5 seconds in the corner when it's dead quiet. Yeah, see? You got scared there. You thought it was quiet. You thought you were safe. No, boo, kid, there it is again, meowing at you.
Another thing about this game, the characters lack common sense. What I mean by common sense, I mean the pace you walk when you counter the ghosts. You walk so slow, it looks like you're gonna run at some point in the cutscenes, but then it just slowly, instead of sprinting, trying to get away from the ghost and trying to kill you, you just tiptoe. You tiptoe away. It's like, oh, I didn't see nothing. I'm just gonna walk away. Oh, and the save points suck. When you die once, you have to walk back to the place you were before. The problem about that is you're extremely slow. I mean, you're very slow. I mean, if you can walk like a normal person, it wouldn't be a problem. But the pace you go at is really, really slow, and it's wasting battery life. This game will, and I mean will, scare you. But the problem is having a movie director direct a video game. It never works because, well, it never works because, one, the controls, and two, the scripted cutscenes. At one point you're walking. It never works because, one, the controls, and two, the scripted cutscenes. At one point you're walking, and then next thing you know, the game forces you to look at something else, and then, boo, jump scare. People usually rage quit at this game, mostly because of the poor controls and lack of walking at a normal pace. There are a total of 5 levels in this game that literally everyone dies. Oh yeah, every character you play as is the same exact model. I mean, just look the way each character opens a door. Their arm is the exact same. you're playing as the exact same model, even though you're playing as different people. It's just lazy. Oh, and the only way to unlock the 5th level is to find all of the collectibles. And let me just tell you, that is a bitch mostly because of the control! The only guys that would ever buy this game are Ju-On fans. And for a big price of usually $40 to $90. That's a big fan. Game sucks, but there was a lot of love put into the game, except for the lack of understanding the video game controls and somewhat good. The only time you would ever play this game again is when it's like usually October and or with your friends. But by yourself, not a chance.
So if you think of purchasing this game just to have a little fun, well, caution to you. It's not a game you can play. It's more of a collector's item. So I recommend if you're gonna purchase it, keep it for a while until the price goes up, then sell it for a big price. I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to wait.